Hey everybody, it's me, Chris. I'm back over here in the kitchen. And hey, I was out shopping at Costco the other night. They had those big packs of boneless, skinless chicken breast on sale. It was like $6 or $8 off a pack. Really great deal. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna make a big batch of chicken cutlets. And I like to do this sometimes in a big batch, both grilled chicken and chicken cutlets, but you can put them in the freezer and take them out as you need it for sandwiches, wraps, salads, put it in pasta. It's a great thing to have in the freezer. And it's easy to do if you're organized. So let me show you how to do it. All right, guys, so if you never shopped at Costco, this is what I'm talking about. So you get these big packs. There's 6 pouches, and each pouch has 2 breasts. So if you're making chicken cutlets and you do it like I do, you cut each one in half, you get about 24 cutlets out of this. So guys, I'm not going to show you how to prep the chicken. What I want you to do is go watch my video on how to clean and prep chicken breast. I think you'll get a lot of value out of it. I'm going to put the link to that video in the description. All right, guys, so take a look here. Here are my ingredients. And again, here are my chicken cutlets. I cut them in half and I pounded them out nice and thin. All right, I got some salt and pepper here for seasoning. I got here some grated cheese. You need a lot of grated cheese. Some fresh chopped parsley. And I like to season sometimes with this Italian seasoning packet. It really gives great flavor to the chicken. I got about 4 eggs. This should be enough. And I don't use flour in my breading process. And then I got here 2 types of breadcrumbs. I had these sitting around. I want to use them. I got the regular, the old school Italian style seasoned breadcrumbs, and then just some panko. So I'm going to mix these together. And then I'm going to fry them. I got 2 types of oil here. I got here some canola oil. That's a high heat oil. And then my extra virgin olive oil. Look what I did, guys. So when you're making a big batch of chicken like this, it helps to be organized. It'll make the process go easier. So I got 2 really big cookie sheets lined with heavy foil. And then I got a 3rd one here. So when I cook these, I'll have a place to put them. All right, guys. So the first thing I want to do, I want to season my chicken. So again, this is about 8 pounds. This is a lot of chicken. So I'm going to use 2 of those dressing packets. And I'm going to put them right into my egg. And what this will do is it'll just make it easier for me to evenly season the chicken. All right, guys, so you mix these really well, get all that Italian seasoning into those eggs, and then you just pour it right over your chicken, just like this. All right, and I got some gloves on just to make it easier for me. I'm just gonna mix this in and get this chicken nicely coated, and that Italian seasoning is really gonna impart some great flavor into this chicken. And you could let this sit in the fridge for a couple hours ahead of time if you want, but you don't need to. Right, guys, now for the breadcrumbs, and this is why I like to use these big cookie sheets. I'm gonna just dump these out. And now I'm gonna add my grated cheese. This is Pecorino and a little bit of Parmesan, and that's a good cup at least for this amount of breadcrumbs. I'm gonna add all this nice fresh parsley. I like a lot of parsley. And now to season this, remember, your chicken is very well seasoned, so you don't need a lot of seasoning on the breadcrumbs. Plus, the Italian ones have some flavor. So I just like a little garlic salt in here. And then a little bit of extra flavor, just a little bit of Italian seasoning. And now what you do is just give this a really good mix. All right, so look, guys, I got my chicken in the sink here because I can have enough room to work on the counter. And look, watch how easy this setup is. So I just take my chicken cutlets, you do a couple at a time, and you want to try and keep one hand dry, one hand wet. All right, you give them a flip, and then you put a little more on top, and you just really press in those breadcrumbs. Now I know, some people like to do the flour and the egg, and yeah, it makes a nice crust, but you know what? This is the way my mother always did it, so this is the way I do it, and I just like it. I just like it this way. All right, so guys, what I like to do when I get a full layer, I like to just take some wax paper and put it on top. You could press it in a little, and then I'll put the other half on top of this. All right, guys, so these are ready. We can heat up our oil and we'll start frying them. These breadcrumbs are still good. They have all that fresh cheese in there, and they're already seasoned, so I don't throw these out. What I do is I just take them in the foil like this. And what you can do is just make a little end here and just pour them right back into the can. All right, then I'll just put a little lid on them like this. And you can see I just scribbled there raw chicken. These go right in the freezer. I could use them for more chicken or for meatballs. Ready to fry these, so I'm gonna put my heat up to high. And I got this large non-stick saute pan I like to use. It's got the higher sides, so it'll prevent some of the splattering. So you see I already have my pan here, so this is where I'll put the cooked ones. I just put down some paper towels to soak up some of the excess grease. All right, so for the oil, I'm gonna put some canola oil in there. And you just really want to coat the bottom of the pan. You'll have to add more oil for some of the later batches. All right, but I like to, but because the olive oil is so expensive, my good olive oil, I just like to use a little bit of it just to help flavor it. So we figure at least 2 to 1 canola oil to olive oil. And I want to heat this up till it's nice and hot and it'll start to shimmer. So like I said, guys, when the oil's really hot, it'll start to shimmer. You'll know, and you could just drop some breadcrumbs in to test it. But if you have one of these digital thermometers also, you could check it that way. You just want to get this up to like 350. All right, so my oil's nice and hot, and now it's time to fry. And you want to lower these in and drop them away from you always. And depending on the size, you probably get 3 to 4 at a time. All right, so like I said, 2-3 minutes, you want to start to give them a check. And look, nice golden brown. These look good. I'm going to give them a flip. So guys, what I tend to do, you see I use 1 pair of tongs for the raw chicken to put them in the pan and flip them. And then for the cooked ones, I got a different pair. So when these are finished, I'll take them out with my clean tongs so I don't ever have to worry about cross-contamination. All right, guys, so these look done. Nice and golden brown and crispy. And if you're not sure, you always can use a digital thermometer. Get a digital thermometer, you can check the center, make sure it's cooked through. And guys, what you need to look out for is the oil. You got to keep an eye because it'll start to get dirty, all the breadcrumbs fall off. And you can already see the second batch, it's starting to pick up some of that cooked breadcrumb and it's getting darker. So if you just keep adding oil, your chicken cutlets will just get darker and darker. They'll be almost black. So at some point here, since I'm making so much, I'm gonna take this oil out, wipe out the pan, and start over. I'll probably do that a couple times. All right, guys, and here's the finished product. All my chicken cutlets are fried, and these look great. So there you have it, guys. That's how you make a big batch of delicious chicken cutlets. And these are so good. You just wait till they cool. You put them in some freezer bags, portion them out however you like, and then you take them out as you need them. And you really could use these for so many different things. But they're also good just on their own, just like this as a snack. Hey guys, I hope you liked the video. I hope you make these chicken cutlets at home for yourself. You're really gonna love them. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification button so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks everybody. I'll see you on the next one.